What's going on? So today we are going to be comparing the Air Jordan 1 UNC toes retail versus the replica. Now, I'm going to give it like 5 seconds of suspense right now. I thought these were going to be a better colorway in terms of hype or whatever, but shit, I'm glad y'all are sleeping on them. That's cool. More for me type shit. Now, if you cannot tell, the left pair is the replica and the right pair is retail. Now, if you need to know where to get this pair on the left, do y'all's thing. Pause it, do what you gotta do. Now, let's get right into it. So, the retail box, and again, this is a medium tier replica. This is not your highest quality replica, so keep that in mind that there's replicas that look more like this. But this is a good starting point when comparing. Now, really quickly, so the laces came the same way, but on the rep pair, you can see it's just not even, you can't even see the word shoelaces when you're looking at them side by side. Look at that. And this one seems a bit bigger. This is the retail pair. You can see the move to zero initiative or whatever. It's not even as clear on the replica pair. But enough of that. Let's get into the shoes. The box feels a little different, but again, that can change depending on how high quality the rep is. So let's get right into it. Now, again, I said this is a mid rep because it is. Some of the flaws, if you cannot notice right now, is for some reason I feel like that swoosh placement is a bit high. Look at it. You can see like the tip of the swoosh leaves very, very little room. You see that compared to the retail pair where there's a decent amount of room between the two. More proof that this is a medium rep is a lot of these cuts are pretty rough. I'm not going to defend Nike because they've had some rough cuts too, but as you can see, like this white poking up is not predominant on the retail pair. You see everything for the most part is crisp, but that's not to fully defend them, because if you look at the back, and the hourglass shape is a big one. The retail pair does look more even compared to the replica. It kind of looks fat, especially from the top. But look at this on the retail pair. It's a little bit of this material coming up, while on the replica it's actually really, oh, there's a little bug on here. It's really smooth and soft or whatever. Obviously the toe box is practically identical. I don't really see too many flaws here. One of the flaws that I noticed for the replica, but again, this is a mid quality. High qualities are going to look more like this, is that you can see the padding on the tongue is just ridiculous compared to on the retail pair. First of all, the retail pair is able to have creases in the tongue. I do have a replica pair, not of these, but of the mochas that has creases in the tongue. So again, don't completely rely on that. But you can see on this mid-quality replica, it's just fat-ass padding. You can see the difference. Look at that. This is the padding right here. It's very thin and narrow, and this one is very plump and stuff. And you can even see through here. So the issue is it's the same amount of thickness on the padding all the way down, whereas on the retail it changes. There's less padding here, more padding on the sides, less padding on the tongue. To kind of give it a bit of a more loose feel. On the sides, however, the padding is more like soft compared to the retail pair. Actually, you can't really see that, but again, the retail pair padding sort of has, I guess I want to use the word depth for it, because it starts higher and then it goes lower, but this is just a consistent thick padding all around. And I've noticed that in multiple replicas, even the highest quality replicas. For me, it's always the cushioning, the padding. There's always more of it. You would think the other way around, but that's just my personal experience. And even from the front of the tongue, you can see how much more obvious the padding is, at least on this pair. Retail pairs, at least from my experience, have more blue stitching poking out, while the rep is pretty clean in that aspect. It doesn't have very much of that. Trying to look for more details that I noticed. I think I noticed one on the back over here, and that is that. So let me know if you guys agree with this one. So you can kind of see that on the retail pair, the stitching goes straight, right? It goes straight, it's linear with the shoe. But I feel like on the replica pair, you can see the stitching kind of go down. I don't know if you guys see that. Or going up, you can see it's starting to go up, it's starting to curve. It doesn't do that on the retail pair, it's just straight. You see? At least that's what I noticed. You can kind of see it starting to curve. That's just something that I pointed out. But the backs look pretty good. They both have pretty rough cuts, to be honest. Yeah, I'm running low on details. Let's see this medial view. The colors are spot on. I thought they were going to be off, but no, they're definitely spot on. I think a lot of it just really depends on the distance between certain things. Like, for example, on the replica pair right here, it seems the distance between this stitching and this one is pretty large, while it seems a bit smaller on the retail pair. I'm trying to look for clues that, you know, most replicas will probably have. Again, the swoosh placement for this one, because it's mid-tier, is a lot higher. The black part of the leather is about to touch the other part. You can see there's a big distance between the two. But overall, man, there's not too many differences. They look very, very similar. I'm trying to see some of the other ones that I spot, but Jordan ones for the most part are fucking spot on. One that I do notice right now is this lining right here by the shoelace, by the eyelets. It's very, very close together, right? And on the rep pair, you can see that there's a fair amount of distance. Reference pair definitely helps, but now that you guys see that, I'm sure you guys can kind of agree. The retail pair is definitely tighter and more compact compared to the replica pair. The wings logo looks fine to me. If anything, it looks a little bit more flat on this retail pair. Yeah, on this retail pair, to be honest with you. It's a little bit more defined on the top. You see that? So it's defined on the top, and it has this sort of outline that's not colored. The retail one looks, I mean, come on, that looks perfect. I'll give them that. The definition starts with the color black. There's no blue definition, as you can see. But again, this is mid quality. High quality is gonna be probably looking like that. Overall, man, not too many differences. The materials feel almost the fucking same. It's all the same shit. At the end of the day, they're just shoes. But if you guys are interested in copping these, y'all know what to do. But overall, definitely not bad. They're getting better. You know, if y'all like this video, you know, comment, like it, dislike it, all that shit. If you don't like it, fuck you. And let me know what other shoes y'all want to see, and I'm out.